Hi guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to episode 20 of our first star challenge with Everton, our bid to win the Champions League for the club for the very first time. And today it's not about the Champions League, it's all about the league as we face Manchester City, who are surprisingly in 6th, and Liverpool in the Merseyside derby, who are 7th. Surprising both where they are, I think. But we'll have a look at the league table in just a second. But since last episode where we had the festive fixtures, we got a draw against Watford and a decent win against Middlesbrough. 2 games and 2 very good results. First off, it was Bournemouth in the league. 4-0 we beat them at home. Now the scoreline's a little bit flattering. You can see there were 2 goals by Lookman in the 91st minute. But Tom Davies had given us a 2-0 lead, and you can see from player ratings and by the match ratings as well that we were the better team. It was a really, really strong performance. And yeah, I was really, really happy to get that result. Then we played our FA Cup third round tie against Southampton. This was another really good performance. It was an own goal and David Selke getting back on the score sheet after a bit of a barren spell with 2 goals himself. And again, match ratings look a little bit more even perhaps than the game was. Look at the player ratings. That gives you an idea of who the better team was. We really, again, we played well. We're hitting a little bit of form, which is good because we've been a little bit patchy at times, especially through November. Now, if we do look at the league table and see where this leaves us, you can see we are currently sitting second after 21 games, more than halfway through the season. But look at this, all the way down to 8th place, 38 points. So 5 points separates the top 8 teams. It is tight. Very, very, very close. And you can see Manchester City, our opponents today, if we were to beat them, if we were to beat them, we'd go 6 points clear. But if they were to beat us, which is very, very possible, they beat us 5-2 in the league last time we played them, we would go level on points and the goal difference. If they were to win, obviously, we'd go up 1. They go up 1, we'd go down 1, and they would be ahead of us. So it's tough. Liverpool are right there as well. So though it says 6th and 7th on the league table, another season that could very easily be 2nd and 3rd. So let's get into it. Now, it is, of course, the transfer window has opened as well. So we'll talk about that in just a second. The one thing I did want to quickly mention is that injuries are not our friends right now because we already lost Bernard, we knew that. And we knew we'd already lost Drinkwater as well. They're gone for a little bit of time here. But on top of that, we've now lost Seamus Coleman for a month, along with Theo Walcott for 3 weeks. I think it was just over a month at the time he got injured. So we don't have the deepest squad going around, but Coleman especially, it means it's John Joe Kenny now. He's really our only other option at right back. We have guys that can play there. Holgate could play there if we had to, but he's essentially for the next month. He's our backup right back. So let's go look at the team we're sending out against City. You'll notice a change in formation for this one as well. It's Pickford in goal. It's Stark, Holding, and Mina as a back 3. Kenny down the right, Digner down the left, Berg and Davies in midfield, Sigurdsson in behind, Selke and Calvert-Lewin. These 2 have been scoring goals, so let's hope that continues here. So we can see the way Manchester City are lining up. It's a strong team they've put out again. It's always a strong team, isn't it? I'm not quite sure why they're down there in 6th. They've obviously been a little bit patchy in form lately. So what do we say to this? I think we'll get a bit of passion. Come on, lads, keep our run going. We have played well the last 2 games. I don't like revenge generally as a team talk. I know there's a lot of people that do like it. It's not my style. Alright, let's get out there. Now, like I was saying, the Goodison fans sing their little voices out. Transfer window has opened. Now, I did have a comment, and I kind of agree with it, from Mark Rizk, I think you'd pronounce it. Looking at the Welsh guy at Padu, I think I'm butchering that, as well as Mason Mount. I did look at them. They were both, Chelsea wanted over £100 million for each of them. I think we have about 25 million to spend. So that's not something that we can do, unfortunately. Though I do agree that they would be 2 guys that would definitely help us. So we're kind of a little bit of a position where... Now, one problem we do have is that Digna is wanted by both Real Madrid and Paris. Now, Real Madrid came in with a bid. I rejected it. I thought Digna might kick off. He didn't, which is a good sign. But I mean, he's worth 40 million. Real Madrid basically came in for 40 million. I do have a couple of potential guys we could sign if, I was sort of looking at my shortlist to see who we've sort of scouted in the past. The problem is that there's no one as good as Digna. Anthony Robertson is a good backup, but I don't know that he's good enough to sort of take over. What if we signed a younger left back? Sigurdsson's nicked that well. Can we do something here on the counter? It's a good ball for Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin! Oh, not quite the finish there. So yeah, because we don't... I mean, if we had the 40 million from Digna, we could sign better players, perhaps. The other problem we have is that our squad is currently... It's full right now. there's players, for instance, I wouldn't mind getting rid of Walcott and upgrading on him, especially given he's on 100 grand a week and he is over 30 now. The problem is that we can't afford to sign somebody else until we get rid of Walcott. And January isn't really a long enough window, I don't think. Can we put a bit of pressure on there? Not quite. Can we nick that? Not quite. It's not really a long enough window. I don't want to get stuck, annoying Theo Walcott when really, right now as it is, we need him for the rest of this year. We should... Oh, what is that defending? What is that defending? Rob Holding. For the love of God. That's not what we need on the stroke of half-time. What was that? He just looked at it. Was it? Or am I being harsh on Holding? Was it Mina at the back post here? It's both of them. It's Mina, isn't it? Well, it's both of them. They got in each other's way. Holding's gone for it, missed it, and then Yerry Mina's kind of understandably, but equally annoyingly, just kind of stuck a foot out and just directed into the path of Sane, and that's just they're trolling me now, aren't they? What has gone wrong the last minute? I mean, that's a good free kick. But, I mean, really. That is... Well, we haven't had much of the ball. Yes, granted, I understand that. But come on. That's just ruined everything. Well, I'll get... Yeah, we're getting aggressive. We're getting aggressive. That wasn't good enough. I can't even remember what I was saying now. I can't believe what's just happened. I really can't. What was I saying? Oh, left backs. Yeah, so we're just kind of hoping that Digna doesn't, another bid doesn't come back in. If he does, his contract is, he's not sort of under any risk of letting his contract run down necessarily. He's good for another couple of years there. 2023, his contract expires. So I'm not too worried about that side of things. And if I guess if we sell him, we'd want to look for 60 odd million to sort of try and we'll close him down. I'm trying to think what we can do to turn this around here. We could bring Sandro on, but we're kind of going like for like in formation. When we played them last time, we played with our wingers and we got absolutely smashed. There's a decent ball up top for Davy Selke. Can he get a goal for Selke? What a finish. Round the keeper. Cracking ball forward from Gylfi Sigurdsson as well. Number 16 for Selke. He's back in goal scoring form. And that is what we like to see from the boys. Much, much better. Look at this ball from Gylfi. Bends it in behind for Selke. He's too quick for whoever that is. Round the keeper. Good finish as well. 60 minutes done and we're back in this game. Tom Davies isn't having his best game. We could look... Can we put some pressure on them here? We could look to bring Morrow on, who's played okay when he has played. I would still like to upgrade in midfield. The problem is that the players that we're looking to sign that at this point that are an upgrade, they're really, really expensive players to... Is that what? A minute later again? Unbelievable. Is this a Rob Holding error? Rob Holding has been playing so well. We look at that. That's not organised defending, is it? And it's Rob Holding again under the ball. So I think we're just gonna, we're just gonna call that for him. We'll just leave Holgate there. That's fine. We've basically conceded 2 goals because of Rob Holding, and that is really, really annoying. We're going to take Tom Davies off as well. I'm so annoyed. I'm genuinely annoyed now. Alright, and Calvert-Lewin, you can go as well. We're just culling. Triple sub. Let's give it a show some passion. We're still attacking. Do we look to go... hit early crosses in. That worked with the Gylfi, didn't it? The Gylfi ball was a hit early cross. See, John Joe Kenny can't really play that far forward. We're training him in the role, which is why I'm sort of playing him there. It's sort of a long-term thing. Demand more. Let me know what you think in the comments. I feel like we haven't been that bad in this. Look at this. The match stats aren't that bad. Shots are even. We've given them goals with defensive errors, like I say, 2 from Rob Holding, and that is just really, really annoying. They've played better. I mean, the player stats kind of show that, don't they? But yeah. But yeah, I was saying the players that are upgrades now in midfield, and even if we look at strikers, they're expensive players. So yeah, we can't really. We just haven't come out this game, have we? We were doing okay in the first half, and those 2 goals have just absolutely killed us. That's a shocking pass, and that should be that. And that's a really, really disappointing result. That'll put City ahead of us on the table as well. Not happy with that, boys. Okay, Kenny has just played a really, really bad game, and he wants a new contract. Sack your agent, mate. Just sack him. Get rid of that mother effer. Yeah, you don't need it. Be thinking the same thing. Alright. I've never actually asked a player to sack his manager. That's got rid of some of my anger and frustration there. Good. New agent. Excellent. I mean, what agent asked for a new contract on the back of a defeat like that? What a moron. Anyway, guys, I'm going to calm down. We'll be back for the derby, and I'll try and get a coherent thought out about the transfer window. Okay, welcome back. It is the Merseyside derby. I feel a little bit better now because I have rage just offered around players. We've pissed off Schneiderlin and Walcott, though it does look as though Joe Williams is leaving. So work has been done to make me feel a little bit better. But this is the team we're sending out for the derby. Hopefully we'll get a better performance out of them. It's Pickford in goal. It's Digne, Stark, Keane and Kenny as a back 4. Berg and Davies in midfield. Richarlison, Sigurdsson and Lookman, they will provide the bullets, hopefully for Davy Selke to continue to fire home. So we can see the way they're lining up. It looks like we're man for man. Now, one thing I do want to do is go and tell Digna and Kenny to man mark Salah and Chiesa. Because we know the way Liverpool are going to want to play. They're going to want to get those wide men cutting in. So we just want to try and make sure that we are not allowing them to do that with any ease. What do we say here? Do we say just go out there's no pressure on you? I think that's probably a good thing to say. Even though Liverpool are below us in the table, they're still... Are they better? I can't say that. So here we go. Yeah, I mean, what I'm trying to say is that Liverpool have some very good individuals, I think, that maybe we don't have in our squad just at this point in time. Now, with assuming that Joe Williams does end up leaving, I do think we've lacked a really good defensive midfielder this season. I feel like Schneiderlin really hasn't stepped up to the task this year. He's 30-odd now. He shouldn't be declining that badly, but he's just not had a great year. So I'm hoping to get somebody in that can do that job for us. Can we defend the corner here, please? Selke heads it out. And what has happened there? Oh, we're not giving away a penalty, are we? Oh, for the love of God. It's just going to be one of those episodes, I think, isn't it? Go on, Pickford. Just didn't even move. I think it was Stark I saw that gave away the penalty. I don't know what happened. It's really annoying, isn't it? It's just really annoying. It was always going to be a tough episode, but I feel like there's ways to lose a game, isn't there? And 2 goals in the last minute in the first half against City, and then a penalty from VAR, of all things. That's just annoying, isn't it? I guess if it's from VAR, then chances are it actually was a penalty, but you can never be sure. Let's give it a get creative here and see what we can do. We're looking to defend a little bit narrower just to try and keep their wingers out. Oh, what is Pickford doing there? Yeah. So he didn't move for the penalty, and I don't think he moved for that one either. We'll have another look at it. But... it's a lot of space in midfield. Yeah, I mean, it's better late than never, I guess, to move, but come on. Is this going to be another Liverpool highlight? It's looking that way at the moment. It's a decent ball in, and Pickford's made a save. There we go. He can do it. One thing we did do in the transfer market as well is Henry Okum, the Nigerian guy. We did recall him from his loan with the Walcott injury. So that's just another player that can cover wide areas for us because we are a little bit thin there without Walcott, especially on the right side. Now, he's more natural on the left, but he is right-footed, so he can cover over there. we're just a little bit thin on the ground right now for numbers. We've got sort of 3 major injuries with Drinkwater, Bernard, Walcott, and Coleman. We just don't really have the squad depth right now to cover them as well as I would perhaps like. Let's give this a demand more. Here's can Gylfi dig us out of a hole somewhat. Gylfi! Oh, wow, I thought that was in. 2-1, you start to think, oh, maybe there's a chance. Decent save, but still. Yeah, but if it goes to 3-0, then we are in some serious, serious troubles. Can we win that, please? I think we did, but not in any sort of long-lasting way. Sanderberg's there. Sigurdsson can't quite hang on to it, though. And are we going to get run at again here? We can't let Mane turn like that, guys. Cross comes in, headed away from Keane. Berg finishes the clearance. Can we go the other end now? Ademola Lookman, he's quick, he can dribble. We've got men forward. Look at this guy here. Can he pick out a run? He can. It's Richarlison! There it is, back in the game. What a run by Ademola Lookman. And he did eventually. He didn't look like he knew what to do, to be honest, when he did so well. He's gone like, half the field, from just outside our own penalty area, almost the length of the field, actually. He didn't look like he knew what he was going to do there. I think he was actually looking for the run of Sigurdsson, but Sigurdsson stepped over it beautifully, obviously heard a call from Richarlison, and Richarlison brings us back into this game nicely. There we go, boys. We can do it. We're doing okay in terms of possession. We're not really creating much, and they are having a lot more of the attacking play, but that's not too bad, given how this game started, and we're injuring players as well. Given how this game started, I would take... Oh, don't concede right before the break again, please, boys. All right, can we go the other end, though? And the plot thickens. Richarlison to Lookman again. Can he beat his man? We've got men getting forward if he can get a ball into the box. He can. Oh, he can't, though. But it's still there with Kenny. Back post, headed away again. And are we just going to go back the other way? I almost feel like we might tell them to get stuck in at half-time. I feel like we're letting them run a little bit too easily with the ball here. This is end-to-end stuff. It's great to watch. But I'd rather, yes, okay, we keep the ball a little bit more than that. This is going to be a goal for them, isn't it? Good save from Pickford. He's kind of redeemed himself a little bit. I don't know what to say to this. It hasn't been good enough. But do I perhaps just say unlucky for the sake of team morale? What about... Was it excellent? What if I lie to him and say, we've been the better team here, keep going? Didn't really work. They're not that stupid, apparently. So we'll just tell people that aren't playing well here, they're not playing well. And see what we can do. Second half, we've got an anxious Tom Davies. I'm going to say he's not good, and we can take him off if he doesn't react well to it. Sanderberg, I can't show you here. I do think there's a really good player in there, but it means his first year with the club as well. He's only young. So I expected more, to be honest, from Schneiderlin, which we're not getting out of him. So we're having to play Berg a lot more in games I wasn't necessarily thinking of playing him in. This is the sort of game where last year we would have played Schneiderlin. Mind you, we would have played a little bit more defensively. We're not going to do this, are we, boys? They're trolling me today. They're testing my patience. From the kickoff, and it's not even look at Mane. He hasn't done anything. He's just wandering around. They didn't even pass where he was making the run. It's unbelievable. All right, we're gonna make some anger subs here. I'm in a bad mood today. Apparently, I'm just. Let's go try Selke as a pressing forward. What else can we do here? It's our defense that's not playing well, isn't it? I only really have the one defender on the bench, though. I don't really want to take Digna off for Robinson. Let's go attacking. Let's see if we can get back into the game. Come on, boys. I'm wondering if in hindsight we should have set up a little bit more defensively in midfield, because I do like to run at us, so maybe having somebody in front of the back four is a sensible thing. He goes for Carlson. We've got men forward. It's a decent ball. Lookman! Oh! Oh! Richarlison returns the favour, and this time it's Lookman that's blasting the ball in. His 6th goal of the year. He's coming in really good form. And we needed him to as well, because without Bernard, we really needed somebody to step up and sort of not just pick up his assists, but also his goals. And look at that finish from Lookman. He's doing just that. And there we go. We're staying in this game. It does make you wonder, is there maybe something in this for us? But we haven't played. We're not defending well enough, and that's been the problem, hasn't it? Another free kick, and that one's over the bar. Yes, I was wondering for a second then if that had hit the bar and come back in. We'll give, what do we say to this in a second here? We'll give it maybe a get creative. Do we look to bring Schneiderlin on? I'm wondering if it's not too late, if we'll see what happens in this highlight, to maybe just go a little bit more defensive in midfield for now. We'll wait and see what happens here. We've cleared that away. Can we get to that second time? We're not strong enough, are we? We're not strong enough. That's a decent tackle. Well done. Out for Lookman. Can we launch another attack here? Lookman goes early. It's a poor ball, though, isn't it? It's a poor ball for David Selke. And now we're coming back the other way again. Decent effort, but again, we're not winning. That's a cracking tackle. That's a cracking tackle. Well, we're not going to give another penalty for that, are we? Come on. No, I was going to say, that would have been a rage quit, I think. I'm cranky today. I'm really, really just not in the mood for this. Alright, so what we will do, I think, too, it will allow us to be a little bit more attacking in our outlook. What we might do, Davies isn't playing well, is he? No. So we'll just rejig this. We'll go Mazzella on attack. We will bring on Schneiderlin for Davies. Sit him in there. See if he can do something useful. And then I'm wondering if we just hit early crosses. I don't want to... Should we exploit the flanks? Maybe we should exploit the flanks. We've looked good, haven't we? We've looked dangerous with Ademola, Lookman, and with Richarlison. So that perhaps makes some sense. We've got faith in Schneiderlin, though. Do we, though? He really didn't react well to being offered around. No one came in for him anyway. Same with Walcott, which is a bit of a shame. But show some passion here, boys. But that's what sometimes happens. I might sort of have a better effort to try and get rid of them in the summer, I think. They're just not earning their wages right now. Do we go 2 up top for this last little bit? It would mean taking... The 2 guys we put on are looking anxious, which I'm not thrilled about. Selke's not having his best game in any case. Alright, let's go very attacking. Let's go... We're going to go too direct, do we? I don't want to play too high a tempo. Let's get stuck in. If we... Oh, we already are getting stuck in. Have I paused it or have I unpaused it? It throws me sometimes. Alright, decent ball out there for Kenny. Can we go and get back on level terms here? A lot of space for Kenny. Can he pick a pass now? He can. Sigurdsson! Oh, what a save! Decent strike from Gylfi. Oh, that would have been another cracking goal for us. Can we do something from the corner? Something scrappy, I'll take it, but it's picked up by the keeper. Alright, let's go to up top. And do we take off... No, we can't really take off Kenny, can we? Lookman's on a booking. Ideally, I want to keep Sigurdsson on the field for his set pieces. That's my thinking there. And then we'll go pressing forward and advanced forward. And if we concede another one, then I guess, we concede another one. But I really want to go for this. And I know you want me to go for it too. We don't want to go down without a fight here. Give it a push forward. Come on, boys. The crowd roars. We don't really deserve a point, to be honest. We have been completely outshot here. Come on, let's at least get a highlight. Let's at least get a highlight. Come on. This is it, isn't it? Well, not great. Let me know what you think in the comments. I don't feel like in either game we've been completely disgraced. It's It's almost the story of our season. Again, in the big games, our big players are not stepping up. I'm going to say I'm not pleased. I'm not angry. I'm disappointed and cranky. Just completely out of patience for life today. Apparently. Yeah, so let's have a look at what that's done to the league table. It's hurt us, let's be honest. Suddenly we're down in 6th. Everybody around us has games in hand, and we could find ourselves down as low as 8th at the end of this game weekend. So that's not ideal, but we have got 2 games out of the way here, and that's, I guess, a positive thing. But that's it for today, though, guys. Hopefully I haven't ruined your Sunday. I've certainly ruined my own, though. That is a bit of a piss-off. But we'll be back on... what day will we be back? On Tuesday, and it's the Champions League returns. We'll come back for Huddersfield in the league. That should be a game we can win. And then the first leg of our Champions League round of 16 against Juventus. I will see what we can do in the transfer market. Yeah, it's just getting rid of the wage earners that seems to be the problem right now. But we've got a couple of decent games here. Hull City in the 4th round of the FA Cup. We'll see how we go there. Then we've got Villa, West Ham and Huddersfield. Well, Villa and West Ham before next episode, and then Huddersfield in the league. We should be able to get some points out of those, shouldn't we? If you have enjoyed that, guys, for some reason, I don't know why, but please do hit thumbs up. It helps people find the video and the channel, which I'm enormously grateful for. And also, if you're new, welcome, and please do subscribe and ring the bell so you see when I upload new episodes. But until not tomorrow, what day is it? Until Tuesday, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.